Tia Love recording live at AP Cafe with WMDSF magazine. I'm here with Brianna and Colette, and we're going to talk about her future, past, present, and what she has going on. So, welcome. Thank you for coming with us today.
Thank you.
You're so beautiful from head to toe, even in the rain. So, I just want to talk about how you get started, like your beginning. What made you get into the acting and the singing?
Yeah. I think just, as a child, it was something that I just knew I wanted to do. I wanted to entertain. I wanted to be a performer. And my parents always kind of, encouraged that. I took dance classes and ballet and jazz and all that. And then as I got older, the passion never disappeared. I kind of, when I went to high school, figuring out, okay, what do I want to do? Then do I want to go to college? I really had no idea of knowing how I wanted to get into the entertainment industry. So I ended up going to, long story short, I went to community college for like a year. I realized one day, what am I doing here? This is not really my dream. As kids, your parents kind of tell you what they want you to do right after school, you go to college. So I found myself going to New York often and just trying to make, cattle calls and auditions. And then I ended up moving to LA to really just go for it and just pursue my dreams. I got my agent and my first start, and the rest is kind of history.
So you went to LA focusing on modeling?
No, I went to LA focusing on acting and modeling. It wasn't music, it was still starting for me, but it wasn't my main focus at the time. I just knew that I wanted to entertain and perform, and I still had the music, but it wasn't like number one at that moment.
What was your first gig as a model and actor? Your first major gig, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not sad.
First major commercial was a Jeep Wrangler commercial that had to be time of my life on that set. It was incredible. The director, Jim, he was fantastic. He kind of just let all of us do whatever we wanted to do. We're driving the Jeep and laughing. It was probably one of the best days of my life. Yeah, that was great.
Was it a all-day set, or was it just
it was it was a 2-day set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We drove way out somewhere in the desert where they had to shoot some other stuff. We actually didn't shoot that day. We kind of just shoot the off-road, the B-roll that you'll see in commercials of the Jeep going over rocks and dirt and stuff. And then the second day we shot downtown, kind of close to downtown LA.
Nice, that has to be fun, especially the way the Jeep is, the feeling of it, the outdoors, hair blowing.
Oh yeah, we had a blast.
We
had a blast. It was great. Definitely, probably one of the best commercials that I ever did. Yeah.
Really? So with the acting and modeling, how old were you in California?
I was in California for a couple of years. I was auditioning. I did a little bit of modeling, just modeling from McDonald's, believe it or not, newspapers, billboards, all over the city. That was really exciting. Because at that point, you're going into your auditions and everyone just knows who you are. So you're like, hey. But people are really nice and supportive. They're like, good job on the act. Oh my goodness. So I didn't do too much modeling. I was really just focusing on commercials.
Okay.
And then I just kind of got to a point musically. I was flying back and forth to New York to make music for my producers, and I got to a point where I realized, okay, I need to make this number one. If it's going to go anywhere, if anything is really going to happen with this, I can't just do 3 days in New York and then come back to LA. So I made the move, went from the West Coast to the East Coast. Yeah. And then I've just been here.
Okay, so how was the transition from Cali to New York? Was it a little difficult with you because the different climates, different atmosphere, different people?
Yeah.
How was that transition?
I think the first 3 months was definitely the hardest. I went from having a car every day, going to the gym, thinking I was in shape and working out, and then getting to New York and realize I am really out of shape. You're going down the stairs, you're walking up the stairs of the train. I just remember coming up the stairs of the train and just feeling defeated. I was doing nothing at the gym. I don't even know what I was doing. I was just toning at it. I didn't feel strong. I was Dolphin. I mean, you have to learn, you know, which trains in uptown and downtown. And you know, you're running late for the train, you jump on a train, you realize it's taking me uptown. It's like, oh my God. So you're late for everything, you know, like almost every audition, every casting you're pretty much, you know, late for, but it's trial and error, you know. I even went out and bought like this little yellow miniature like suitcase. Like I was like, okay, I'll just pull this through the city. That was a nightmare. Because I filled it with all kinds of crap, and then if I wanted to open it up and get something, I had to like unzip the whole thing on the floor in front of people, and it was so embarrassing. And after I filled it with everything, it was heavy, so I had to drag it up all the steps from the train.
And then haul it down.
Girl, that lasted about a week. That was short-lived. I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. I'm just gonna have to get a really large purse, my extra shoes, another top, and just make it all fit in one bag.
So was it easier for you? Did you already have like an agency out here? Was it like the transition with your modeling, or did you have to go to like open calls all the time? Or
no, what I did is I was planning out my move. So I had a talk with my agent in LA, and I said, look, I'm looking to go to New York. I got to focus on music. I really need to just step it up. Are there any agencies that you can refer me to? So he referred me to 2 agencies, a modeling agency and a commercial agency, and the rest was really up to me. So he's like, we're all meeting, the rest is up to you. So I went in, and at that time I had a Super Bowl commercial running for Diet Pepsi. And then I think I just came off of the McDonald's. I had a McDonald's running and a McDonald's Bloomberg running. So I got the modeling agency, boom, done. Went to the commercial agency, met with one agent. She was awesome. Then she's like, well, you know what? I want to have you meet with all the agents. So I was like, okay. So they take you into this room, and I mean, you really have like 5 minutes to sell yourself.
Really?
You know, like, so they're just sitting there, and it's just like, hey, so, you know, and I just started talking and doing my accents and voices and just being silly and everything, and then they watched my reel, and they all kind of looked and nodded, and I was like, okay. So they're like, are you thinking, you know, to let you know? And I was like, okay, what does this let me know? You know, like, I want to know now. I want to know right now. So I walked in and I was like, okay, I feel good about it. You know, like, I feel like I did really good. I impressed all of them. And then like an hour or 2 hours later, one of the agents called me, she's like, Brianna, I'm going to sign with you. Yes, because I mean, without an agency, it's the hustle. It's not even a hustle; it's a struggle. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really, really tough. But luckily, I mean, I was already in the union, and I, you know, already had credits and stuff, so that was definitely helpful.
So let's talk about your whole lifestyle in New York. Being a natural woman, very beautiful and that. Could you tell us the transition with Cali and the weather? And I love your hair. Let's talk about how was it with your hair moving to New York? Like, I'm a natural as well. You know, I love to always get tips about how to take care of your hair. It's New York, it's different weather. The water is different.
The water is different. That makes a big difference in your skin and in your hair. First and foremost, you have to take your vitamins. Like, anytime people stop me and ask me about my hair, I'm like, what vitamins are you taking? You have to take your biotin, you have to take your fish oil, and your vitamin E. Those are just biotin, fish oil, and vitamin E. Those are the 3 main vitamins. That you need to take. And then as far as like my hair, like in LA, I could just let it air dry. It was warm. I never blow dried it. I just kind of woke up, drove. You know, if I had to drive the valley, had the window down, hair was dry within 20 minutes. Here, I have to blow dry it because, you know, it might be cold outside or it might be cold on the train. Like I can't just walk around with my hair all day. And my schedule is a lot busier than it was in LA. Like in LA, you've got maybe 3 auditions at the most in one day, but everything is a little more chill, more relaxed. In New York, you're waking up, you're like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and then I'm gonna do that, and you're not in a car, so you're bringing everything with you, you ride the train, you go from here to there to there to there, and then you still haven't even like eaten, and it's 3 o'clock, and you're like, oh my god, I gotta so, but I mean, the products that I use a volumizing conditioner that just kind of gives it bounce, it makes it fluffy and
very bouncy.
And I use aloe vera gel.
Okay.
You know, and that was by trial and error. Like one day I had ran out of hair gel because I was using hair gel for years, and I was like, shoot, this is for my skin, but let me just see if it'll work.
Right.
Put it in, let it air dry, and it was perfect. It's 100% natural, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah. One thing about being a natural, you can use like coconut oil for your hair, your skin, you cook with it, and it's like what you need to have. Like shea butter, do you use shea butter? You gotta get on shea butter.
Well, I mean for my skin, skin or my hair.
Yeah, skin and hair.
I used to, you know what, I actually went up to 125th Street, and used the African sell the original shea butter in like a tub.
Yes,
it looks like they scraped it from like Jesus' cupboard, you know what I mean? It's like
from the nuts. It's like, let's put it in there, just put it in.
So I do have the tub, the shea butter.
The big one or the little one?
I have the little one, but like it was just a little hassle to use because every time I want to use it, I put it in the microwave, soften it up, and then I'm greasy and I'm just praying the grease doesn't get on my top, you know. But yes, the shea butter is incredible. Shea butter is great. Yeah.
So with you being a natural, and you know, dating, you know, naturals are hot right now. Everybody wants a natural, but dating, has there ever been a problem with, you know, certain men not liking your natural hair, preferring straight hair?
That's a really good question. I feel like, you know, with guys, there's that intimidation factor. Your hair can really intimidate a man.
The bigger,
you know,
it's like, oh my gosh.
I mean, I think they're in awe, they're attracted to it, but it's like, oh my god, this is a lot of woman. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just any girl can rock a fro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And with confidence, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can, you know, you can just wear the natural, it might not look right.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
But to wear it with such a swag and such a confidence, you know, it does attract a lot of people. But also, I feel like guys can be intimidated. Like, okay, this is a lot. She's got the hair, the heels, the pump, she's tall. You know, I feel like, you know, if my hair is pulled back, I'm a little less threatening, a little easier to face dating. But it's never really been a problem. I feel like as a requirement, if somebody's going to date me, you have to give me a scalp massage. Okay.
You hear that, scalp massage, man?
Massage the scalp.
Those are so crucial, though.
If you don't do that, it's not going to work out.
It's crucial. You need a good hand rub every now and then.
I do. It's not the same when I do it to myself. It's like,
because you know where your hands are.
You know where your hands are going. You're thinking about it. You're not relaxed.
Exactly. So are you dating anyone right now?
Actually, you know what? Right now, I'm just focused on my career. You know, if I meet that person that, you know, I can go to that next level, I'm just at a point in my life where I'm being really cautious of like who I'm dating, who I'm, you know, really allowing myself to spend time with and be around. I don't want to waste time, and I don't want to waste anybody else's time.
I hear you, because you're grinding right now, every day, hustling.
But I'm very happy, so I will definitely say that.
So you came back to Germany last year, right? On your 3-week tour?
Russia.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I've been in Germany, but yeah, I did the tour. I had my Body and Soul tour in Russia with Chris Rock and Nadia Washington. It was incredible. We brought our New York musicians. We toured for maybe 3.5 days. We had a show every single night.
Oh my God.
It was intense. Because you fly in, got that first evening, you know, just to get settled and hang out in your room, and then you're leaving by the next morning at 4 a.m. to fly out to the first city. And
how many cities like did you travel?
We did 15 cities. We had a show every single night. We had 1 or 2 nights off. We had 1 night off. We had originally 2, but we picked up another show. But as soon as you get on stage, you have a choice. You can either go hang out, party, or go to sleep.
For like 4 hours.
You know? Yeah. And then you know, our tour manager's like, okay, well, everybody's been lobby by 3 a.m. It's like, Brianna, it's 10 right now. You know what I mean? So you really had no time to sleep. Then you get on a train. You have a 16-hour train ride. One train, I think, was something really quick and then get to the sound check. It was really
intense.
It was really intense, and the climate was different. So I mean, the first week I was there, I had cold, I was blowing my nose, I was sick. I mean, I was just drinking like jars and jars of honey. I was like, please don't need another jar of honey. They're like, are you gonna say? I'm like, do you want me to sing, boo? I'm gonna need another jar of honey. Every city, I was like, I need at least 2 jars of honey.
Wow.
Just to like, because it's a lot stronger, your voice, the water is different, everything is different.
Yeah.
Climate, you know, you might be used to a more humid climate for your vocals.
Right.
And there it's cold, it's dry, it's extremely dry.
Yeah.
We all went on a hunt, I think, by the second week for lotion.
Wow.
And we couldn't read anything. We're like, is this? Like we were pantomiming everything, you know what I mean? No one speaks English.
Right.
I learned a little bit of Russian before I got there because I was like, I'm not gonna. That was my second time in Russia, so I'm like, I'm not gonna get there. And I told everybody, I was like, you guys, be prepared. Learn some Russian. There's an app that you get on your phone. Just know how to say certain things. Nobody learned Russian, so I was like the translator. I was like, but you know, like learning all the words, and then the only thing we ate the whole time was chicken. So the Russian chicken was pizza. So I'm like, what is that, пожалуйста? And they're looking at, you know, all the, there's no black people in Russia. We met one black guy one night at the club. One of the hotels we stayed in had like a night club. He was so excited to see, you know, African Americans, like from New York. He's like, yo, guys, hip hop, you know. It was so cute, but we hung out with him. We partied in the room with him, and yeah, we had a good time. But yeah, the schedule was pretty gruesome. I mean, any downtime, I was like, okay, I'm asleep. You're like, hey, Bree, you want to go to the sauna? No, I don't want to go to the sauna. I need a rest.
Especially like with your voice, you don't want to strain it with all the honey. You know, you gotta get prepared.
And you're singing every single night. Yeah, you're singing every single night. And you're leaving after the show. Like, there's just not a lot of downtime. So anytime you want to rest, you're listening.
So, do you have any tours planned for 2014?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
No, but my manager's working on a couple things, so we definitely have some stuff in the mix for this summer. I'm excited. I'm not going to say it again, you know, but yeah.
You're going to give us the exclusive though,
I
right?
absolutely.
That's what's up. Yes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. 2-0 has been in my head for the past few days now. So I just prepped for this interview, and I'm like, my friends are like, Tia, get over it. Like, get over it. I'm waking up in the morning.
Oh my God.
Too old, too young, but you're strong.
Right. I feel like that's a song like everybody can relate to.
It's so catchy.
I mean, if you dated somebody that's younger than you, somebody that's older, I feel like we've all done that, you know? And it's not worked out for whatever reasons.
Mostly for the other person's reasons.
Right.
You know, it's never our fault.
It's never the woman's fault, okay?
It's never our fault.
No, thank you. But yeah, I have a new single out called Glorious, which is now available on iTunes, produced by Josh X and Music Man Ty.
Make sure you guys check that out.
Please check it out.
Download it, buy it.
Download it. The song is incredible. It really taps into the depths of your heart. You know, what are the glorious moments for you? You know, somebody that you love, somebody that you do anything for. You know, I think it's hearing the song, you kind of realize that, you know what, there is somebody that's glorious to you, or there is a moment that was so glorious. And this song kind of evokes that, brings out these beautiful feelings and memories for you.
She has a nice little trailer, Glorious. It's very tasteful for the men who are out there who are admiring this beautiful lady. You guys should definitely check that out. But the teaser itself was just like, as a woman, I was like, I could totally relate to that. Because every woman has a way of when she feels sexy, you know? And sometimes being sexy doesn't necessarily mean the bed, you know? Or, you know, nothing in that nature. A woman can be sexy in dancing, she can be sexy in her singing. And so, as a dancer myself, I was like, I can relate to this. She's a singer, she's not overly done with the sexiness. She's enough. Her song like expresses that. So I definitely want to say say like that was a beautiful piece. The teaser just makes me like, okay, I want more.
Just to give a little taste.
So I want a little taste.
And I don't know, did you notice the butterflies?
Oh yeah, I did. Yes.
So let me tell you the story behind the butterflies. I just drew in my mind. I was like, I need butterflies, real butterflies for this video.
Yeah, that was a real butterfly.
Those are real.
I thought that was animated.
That's what Ro said. Ro was like, no one's gonna believe this is a real butterfly. No, so what I did is I went online and I researched. I was like, real butterflies. Bro, like ordered the caterpillars.
Really?
Okay, online.
And you
watch them grow. Like if you check on my fan page, you scroll like you see the little cups they came. I took pictures and documented them growing. They came as little babies and they grew and then they hatched into these butterflies.
You were prepared.
Okay. I was like, I need butterflies.
Wow.
Because I feel like butterfly just kind of represents something that's so wholesome and pure and delicate and spiritual, and you know, those are things I feel like the song kind of invokes, you know, with me. But yeah, so I had like this big thing of like butterflies. I had like 8 butterflies, and we were like, all right, we opened it up, grabbed a couple, some flew. I was like, okay, not that one. We can go that's a little more calm. And this butterfly, I have like this connection with like animals.
You're into nature?
I'm really, really into nature. And so I grabbed the butterfly and just hung out the whole time. And I
You
just
know what
talked
they
to
say
it.
about butterflies?
No.
They say that a butterfly only lands on you if you have a calm spirit.
Really?
So if that butterfly was on you all day,
Wow.
that means you have a calm spirit.
I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Well, the crazy thing is, in my backyard last summer, these butterflies just magically showed up and they were landing on me. And Ro has a video on her phone of the butterflies just showing up and then landing on me and landing on my hand. It was so the butterflies I ordered happened to be the same type of butterflies, the same type of butterflies.
So it was meant to be.
It definitely was meant to be. It was definitely meant to be. And so we played the track, and right as the song finished, flew off. Like you don't see it in the actual clip, but as soon as the song ended, I was like, I'm done.
Oh wow. He knew it was his time to shine.
Right, next to shine. Yeah. So that was really like a magical moment for me, and everybody in the room was like, oh my God, how is she holding this butter? And it was just hanging out, chilling on my hand.
That says a lot.
It was really spiritual moment. I mean, not so much spiritual, but it just felt good inside, you know, to have that little connection and just get that caught on camera.
Yes, yes. So with Glorious, what's the project for that? For that single, do you have any other singles that you want to announce?
Absolutely. Glorious was, like I said, produced and written by Josh X and Music Man Time. We're definitely going to be back in the studio finishing the EP.
Yes.
So Glorious is what we're kind of just focusing on right now, helping that song, getting it out there. We're in the process of getting remixes done.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to see and hear that.
Yes, I'm excited for remixes. I love when someone can just, you know, feel your music and then add a touch to it. You're like, yes, I feel this. Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna be getting some remixes done for that. I'm really excited and shooting the video this spring.
Yes, I'm excited for that. Is it going to be like as tasteful as the teaser?
Absolutely. I mean, like for me, I like to keep things sexy but tasteful.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't really feel like I need to just, you know,
just let it all hang out.
Yeah, I don't feel like I need to do that. You know what I mean?
You already have it.
If at some point I do that, that would be my choice. But I don't feel like, you know, for me to get further in my career, I need to just, you know, let it all hang out. You know what I mean? And you have to leave something for the imagination. You give them it all today, like why are they tuning in? What are they looking for? They've already seen everything, you know? So, you know, we give little hints, you know, me on laying on the bed, you know, and then cut to something else.
A little thigh,
little creamy leg, you know. Give it a little taste.
Yes.
You know, just a little sample of the light skin cream.
I like that. Woo! A little swirl. So with that, like, do you have any upcoming shows?
Actually, I just had a show last Friday in Hartford, Connecticut.
I missed that.
Girl, it was so much fun. We're gonna send you the footage.
Yes.
But it was for Hot Chocolate Soul. They do, I think, this showcase once a month, actually. Once a month at the Bushnell Theater in Hartford, and it was incredible. They just had talent after talent after talent come out there, And it's kind of like an improv. So it's really like impromptu. You just tell the band what song you're going to do. The band is crazy. They're just in sync with you immediately. And that's how you know you've got good musicians.
Yes.
There's no sound check. There's no rehearsal.
Straight vibe.
You're just straight vibe.
Yes.
I did a Nina Simone tribute, Wild as the Wind. I love that song, so we'll have to get you that footage.
Oh, you definitely do. I definitely seen some of your, I love your Black and Yellow.
Yeah.
She does an amazing Black and Yellow.
I love that song. I performed that in Russia. We did actually like a rock version of it in Russia. Yeah, it's on YouTube. And people just went wild at this festival. It was
just
crazy.
like, what?
You know, for me, like my style, because, you know, as a singer, we do have to do covers, but I want to do a cover that's not necessarily so obvious, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really trying to do a cover of an R&B singer that's out right now. We know how she's singing, but if you take a rap song and do a little jazz version of it, it has so much more of an impact on people, you know what I mean? Or, you know, just hip-hop in general, you know, and to really take hip-hop and add your own twist to it, you know.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing. Yeah.
As we're going to wrap up, do you have anything for your fans or people to look forward to?
Yes,
say?
I do. Please go on iTunes and get my new single, Glorious, that is now available. Also, you can find me on my website at BriannaColette.com, on Instagram at Ms. Colette, M-I-Z, and on Twitter at BriannaColette.com, and also Facebook, YouTube. It's not hard to find me.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful. You can't miss her anyway.
She's beautiful too.
Oh, thank you. Well,
Put our hairs together.
I know, right? Team Natural.
Hashtag Team Natural. Hashtag Glorious. Hashtag Brianna.
Hashtag Natural Beauty.
Hashtag AP Cafe.
AP Cafe. Hashtag WMDSF Mag. Hashtag Who Is Tea About?
Hashtag I'm hungry.
Yes.
Hashtag DEMG. Special shout out to Dolphin Entertainment Management Group.
Yes.
And Red Queen Music Group. Stay tuned.
Thank you. This is Tia Love wrapping it up with Wife, Mother, Daughter, Sister, Friend Magazine.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Brianna Colette here at the AP Cafe in Bushwick for WMDSF Magazine.